Welcome back to the vlog. Today we have a very exciting thing. Today I am driving the Ford Raptor T1 Plus. Super excited. This is a truck they race over in Dakar, which is like a long rally, and a bunch of other races throughout the world. I'm here at Red Bull Rampage, and Ford called me to come and give some VIPs rides. So I'm pretty excited. Get behind the wheel of a new race car, but then also get to scare some people. So yeah, I'm just gonna take you guys along, show you a little. I've never driven this car. It's a little different, and it's a stick shift, which I know is like ironic, but like I just don't drive sticks much. So it's gonna take a few, using a clutch. It's been a minute. Red Bull Rampage period is so rad. So to be here giving rides, it's like childhood dream come true. All right, we got our passes. We got Mesa passes, whatever that means. But so today is the girls competition. Sadly, don't get to go watch the girls competition up on the mountain, but we get to drive race cars. So kind of take one, give one, take one. But I do get to spend the full day and watch the men's competition, which is now on Sunday after they postponed it for rain because it's been raining crazy. All right, we're all suited up. We're gonna let this thing warm up a little, but give you guys a little tour of my office. There's a Ford Raptor T1 Plus. Recently just competed in Dakar, getting ready for another one, but show you guys a little of inside. Sequential, no lift shift. It does have a clutch, which I don't drive a clutch much, so it's gonna take me a little. Yeah, very different. These things are manufactured over in Europe, so a lot of just little different things. They're designed for really long stages. I think he said there's like a 500 or 600 kilometer range with fuel, which is just massive. Yeah, it's got a Ford Coyote in it. It's four-wheel drive, true four-wheel drive, so all four wheels spinning all the time. Yeah, no open diffs or anything, so we'll make it a little exciting. All kinds of little things, so I'm excited to get behind the wheel. It's got onboard jacks, 37-inch tires, full carbon body.
was your door, right? Yeah. How was it?
Too much fun. Absolutely too much fun.
Cool.
He's pretty good.
Your first time riding in one of those? No?
No. I've driven with the best, and he's up there with the best.
Hell yeah.
But that was amazing.
Hell yeah.
I can't believe it's only 300 horsepower and change.
Well, guys, sadly, that was kind of where I ended filming as far as at the event, because I was so busy, and I got to give a lot of really cool people rides, and I really didn't want to like intermingle with that, trying to vlog and stuff. So, but I still have been getting so many questions about the T1 Plus and so many, what's it drive like? Tell me about what you just did. So we're going to continue the vlog, but it's just going to be more me, Christopher, sitting in his boring office, telling you guys, and then we'll add in some footage, because fortunately, my boy Andrew Muse, which I went to South Africa, you guys might recognize him from that. He's a Utah local. He's a content creator, but then he's also an amazing videographer, photographer. He came out, took tons of videos, photos, and absolutely killed it, and was nice enough to share it with me. The T1 Plus, I gave you guys a little insight on what it was, but basically this vehicle was designed specifically for Dakar. The car that I was driving all weekend was the same exact car that Mitch Guthrie, a fellow American, I grew up racing with Mitchie. It's the one he raced at Dakar earlier this year, which is kind of cool. For me, it's so cool. I followed him along the whole way, so now to be driving it, it was kind of like, oh, this is cool. But these cars were designed for Dakar, which Dakar's a like 14-day, couple 1,000-mile race, couple 100 miles, sleep, do it again and again. Sometimes they have crew at certain stages, other times they're completely on their own. They have to do the repairs. It's a crazy event. Really true test of equipment and whatnot. So yeah, so the car was designed from the ground up about a year ago by M Sport, which M Sport is based out of the UK. They've ran Ford's WRC program for a while, which those are really high, fast, like true rally cars, like the Puma and other things where they're racing on roads all around the world. Like I went and saw in Latvia, I guess a year or two ago. M Sport sent out 2 engineers to come and maintain the car while I drove it with Paul and Joe, both freaking epic, from the UK. It was pretty awesome to hang with them and just learn their world a little more all weekend. So basically, we went out, when I was just videoing, we went and tested for about a couple hours that day, did a lot of video stuff, getting ready, and getting me ready. I'd never driven this car, and the following day I had to give 50 plus people rides, so I had to get used to it. It was very different. We had to burn the course in, make sure it was safe, made sure we had proper fencing, all that stuff. With these, we're on a private ranch, but it's loud. People come and try to see it, so we're trying to make sure there's no chances of people kind of coming in, getting involved at all, because we're going fast. And that's the cool part. Like, Ford allows me to kind of really push it and show these people what the vehicle's capable of, which is really fun, because we were on like a true kind of Dakar style course. We had jumps, we had bumps, we had hard corners, we had technical, off camber corners. Yeah, it was a really fun course, honestly. There were some rocky bits. The scenery was insane where we were at. Overall, it was like a sick. So yeah, on Friday we spent all day kind of scouting, getting me up to speed. So this thing has a clutch, manual transmission, 350 horsepower. It's a Coyote 5.0 V8, so it has the opportunity to have a lot more horsepower, but the FIA is very, very tight on their rules. That's one thing a lot of people, what is the difference between this and your trophy truck? Well, first off, trophy trucks, we have 0 rules, pretty much. Like, we have some safety rules, we have some like basic things like that, but as far as like horsepower, suspension, all that stuff's kind of just wide open. We kind of can do whatever we want, which in every other form of racing, people are like, what? Wow, that makes no sense. Like, talking with the M Sport guys, they're just like, they just doesn't process, because they have so many rules. The FIA is extremely strict. They don't mess around. So yeah, they're limited to 350 horsepower, 37-inch tires. One cool thing about this is it does have Fox shocks, bypass, and coilovers. They're limited to 14 inches front, 14 inches the rear. Where the trophy truck, we have about 24 in the front, about 30 in the back, and we have live valve, so it's fully, they can't have live valve. They'd love to have it because they're seeing so much different terrain. It'd really be perfect. It's much lighter. It's about 2 tons, so about 4,000 pounds roughly. I want to say about 130 gallons of fuel, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, a lot different for that, you know, that makes up a lot of weight. 130 gallons, so 900 gallons. So that's literally a quarter of the weight is fuel, which is crazy. Yeah, overall, I mean, it's a whole other beast than the trophy truck. Yes, trophy trucks are super capable, they've gotten more nimble, whatever. But this thing is just, it's got a different mission. It takes one hit very good. So you can dive into a hole, it hits, boom, but then it kind of rides out. Where the trophy truck, we can take multiple hits over and over and over. And that's what it's designed to do. This thing, typically, you know, they're not seeing whooped out roads like we are, like Zoo Road or something. They're seeing, yeah, it's just designed way differently. But this thing, the things that it really excels at compared to my trophy trucks, I'll kind of do some pros and cons. Suspension, not as good. For what it's doing, the suspension is great, and it corners amazing. I think that's the big difference. This thing, the braking is insane. You can come in and just, and I mean, that's the big difference. I mean, our trucks almost weigh double. So trying to slow that down, we have 40-inch tires, so you're moving that. With the way we have portals, you're moving that. There's more rotating mass that you're trying to slow down, which just gets hard. You know, these things are built light, sleek. So braking, you get on the brakes and it's just like, which is awesome. Yeah, inside they just use different devices and stuff. Like we use all Motec. This was like a combination of like some Bosch and some other stuff, which is just different. There was like a speed control on the steering wheel that I kept hitting. That wasn't fun because you'd have to try to explain why the car slowed down. Oh, whoops, my bad. Let's think what else. It did have AC, which we didn't turn on until like halfway through the day. It is toasty. They're like saunas because they are fully enclosed. So they have, you know, glass in the windows, glass. So it's really nice. Like at the end of the day, after giving 50 plus ride-alongs, I was super clean. It's sometimes toasty, but once we got the AC kind of cranking, it did pretty good. And made the riders ride a little more comfortable. I'm trying to think of the other things in these cars that were kind of a big difference that I know I'm gonna get a million questions about. Yeah, the clutch, a very temperamental clutch, very little window, like a traditional race car. Like, you know, your car, if you ever driven a manual on the road car or something, it's very forgiving. You kind of can like, kind of almost drop it and it still like puddles along. Race cars are like, it has a small little window of, like they kind of jump out of gear. This thing, I will say, does not like to like idle around. It's very because it's like clicking, like it's engaging into gear and it's kind of sloppy. So like driving it, I had to drive it up to the venue for Red Bull Rampage afterwards, and like it's like you're kind of clutch kicking, trying to keep it tame as you're going through Vendor Village, because you're like, guys, watch out, this thing wants to go. She's spicy. I mean, definitely, it looks cool, I guess. Kind of makes me look like I've never driven it before, because you're like, and then you clutch kick and but overall, I mean, super fun. It is not a paddle shifter. A lot of people, I think it's paddle shifters. There are some levers and stuff that look like paddles. They're not. One's like a windshield wiper and some other stuff. It's a true sequential, which is fun. I haven't driven sequentials in a while, so you're doof, doof. Then you come in, grab the cutting brake. Really fun. But then, so that's a lot of rambling. But let's talk about some of the ride-alongs. It was really cool. Red Bull, Ford, and everyone at the event brought out a ton of cool people. So it was really cool. Like throughout the ride-along days, there was waves. We had over 50 ride-alongs, which I know I've said a few times, but that's a lot in one day. Especially we were doing 2 laps. I want to say it was like a mile or a mile and a half course. I'm not sure specifically. It was a lot. But they had such a cool selection of people. I think one of the coolest for me was Robin Gooms. She was the woman who won the day before the Red Bull Rampage. She's an absolute savage, like just yeah, savage. But what was really cool, so she won a Ranger Raptor at the event. When you won, you got a Ranger Raptor, which for that's pretty dope. She was like, yeah, she was blown away. So what was cool? So I gave her my rides in the T1 Plus, did my 2 laps. When I came around for the second lap, came flying into the pits. They had a brand new Ranger Raptor sitting there for her, and I basically got to give her the keys. And then I took a lap around the race course in it, and then she got to take a lap around the race course, and just to show her how capable the truck was, first off, and then to see how excited she was, it was pretty cool. She was stoked. She was like, I've never had a car this nice. She was like, it's too nice to drive like this. I'm like, just trust me, you got to send it. This thing's built for it. And the Ranger Raptor does so good. It's so much fun. Like we were going pretty fast until we got back, and they're like, you guys were going really fast. I'm like, that's what it's built for. An absolute legend. So to give her a ride, see her smile. The funny part was she was like, I'm a little nervous. I'm like, you're nervous? Like, first off, you just rode off the side of a mountain. We could maybe clip in some stuff of Robin Gooms sending. I mean, she won Red Bull Rampage. Savage. But so when she was like, I'm a little nervous, I was like, oh, good. Me too. Don't worry. And she was like, what? It was kind of funny. That's the fun part about rides. So we got to give all kinds of cool people. I got to give some like downhill Red Bull athletes, world champs, a bunch of Bronco ambassadors from Ford. Red Bull athletes, some Red Bull like content creators, some Ford people, and then a bunch of the women who did compete, which they're just all savages. Yeah, so overall, the best part about giving rides, especially in a vehicle like this, is just seeing everyone's different reactions. Everyone takes it different. Some people are super nervous. Some people are so excited. Some people just giggle the whole time. Some people scream the whole time. Rachel Straight, Kyle's wife, Bronco ambassador, she was asking me random questions the whole time. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite? It's just kind of fun to see the different reactions that everyone has to this like kind of new environment to them. But yeah, it brings a smile to my face because literally you're just making people's days and giving them experiences like they never will forget. And it's pretty cool, like to see the reactions of like how capable of a vehicle is. It's so much fun. It truly is like kind of one of those things you're like, this is so makes race car driving really fun as a career, to show people, because a lot of people I think they know what they feel like, but then once you go and experience it, it's a whole nother thing. And Ford just does so good. We get to suit them up, we get to put a helmet on, we have intercoms, and you kind of just get to walk them through all this different, show them what the car's capable of, joke with them a little since you have intercoms. And here, one of the funniest reactions was one of the girls just giggled the entire 2 laps, just like this kind of nervous but so happy, just and I'd be like, you good over there? She's like, yeah, I'm great. And you're like, oh, this is so fun. But yeah, that was a long-winded 20 something minutes. Probably these guys will clip it up, but hopefully that answers some of your questions. Sorry I didn't vlog as much. I just wanted to be respectful, and it's really busy on these ride-along days. I'm kind of in the car the entire time. I get to jump out here and there, get a quick water snack break, mingle with some of the people, but overall, I'm kind of locked in, and that's what Ford hired me to do, so I didn't want to be. I was there to drive, scare people, put smiles on faces. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully that answers some of your questions. If you have more questions about it, let me know. I mean, is it a trophy truck? No. But is my trophy truck a rally car? No. They're just different beasts. They're both amazing. The T1 Plus, I will say, was just so much fun to drive. I mean, I love my trophy truck. The capabilities of my trophy truck are unmatched. But to be in a little more nimble, agile, just kind of a lot more like playful. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it, and hopefully one day I can go race it, but who knows. Dakar is definitely one of those dreams for me. It's just making the stars align. It's extremely expensive to go over there, but we'll see. I'm young, and I think this weekend just proved there's still so much to come and how exciting this career can be. So like, subscribe, drop a comment below. We'll see you at the next one. If you want me driving the T1 Plus more, comment on some of Ford's posts. Tell them. Let me know. Tell me, hey, we want to see Christopher in that thing. But we'll see you on the next one. Yeah.